Hi, everyone. As you know, I'm Kathleen Terry, and I will tell you this topic really hits home for me because every career and every job I've been in, I've had to go through some form of change, whether I was part of the change or I had to help support the employees and the staff on making a change. Some key information I want to add into this presentation are anytime there is or needs to be a change, there's going to be resistance, and it comes in many different forms. From our reading in our canvas, the behaviors that people portray when there is a change taking place in their environment, they could have forms of aggression, reluctant to change, reluctant to come to work, reluctant to do the work. They could be a high performer and then all of a sudden they quit. They try to transfer to another company or another division, and that division might be across the whole United States or to another country. They try to create conflict. They try to create internal problems inside the organization by gossip or resistance, lack of trust, open hostility towards everyone, especially the team members. We also have our naysayers, we have our slackers, we have our gossipers. Um, and we also have the cultural environment has to change. So, in that, it is so important for the leader, and it was so important for me in my jobs to represent the change in a positive way. I understood how they were feeling. I had to put myself in their shoes to see what they were going through before I could actually help them. So we had lots and lots of meetings, lots of brainstorming sessions, lots of how are you feeling? Um, Lots of off-site meetings where we would all get together and have a cookout or get together and do team building off-site. Um, it is possible to make these changes, but it has to be done right, and it has to be done at all levels of management also. Remember, people do not resist change if they are part of the solution or part of the change, and they actually come up with the change themselves. Lack of managing this change is probably one of the biggest problems. You need to recognize what is happening that is so important. You need to survey the group and understand what they're going through, understand their personalities. Everyone goes through it differently. You have to listen to their voices, and you have to listen to how people respond to change. These are really important concepts. In our book, I'd like to share something with you. There is a diagram. I love this diagram, by the way. If you notice, the circle goes around and around and around. It never stops. It's a continuous circle. You have the people at the top, you have the organization on the right, and you have the systems at the bottom, and you have the processes on the left. If you'll notice, culture's in the middle of all that, and leadership's in the center. So this continuous circle is going to always grow through iterative changes. It's important to recognize as you go through those changes that people are always going to, in the beginning, have some form of resistance. That's why it's important as leaders to help people through those changes. If you redesign a company structure, you need to understand you have to communicate to people. I think it's extremely important for leaders in the future. It talks about leaders need to have value and vision and be authentic and agile and internally aligned. You can't just sit at your desk or go to executive meetings. You have to get with the people. You have to get with the employees. You need to understand what they're feeling and what they're going through. The main ingredient is to help the organization grow. And in doing so, you have to understand your people. Through my experiences, in many instances with mergers and acquisitions in financial institutions, it was so important to work with the employees, not just to make the changes on the systems, but work with the employees that were going through the changes. Thank you so much.